Yes, that's true. So now do you think you will be using this negative? Like now think about this sense using this theory. You will get.
Yes, sir.
समझ आया?
Yes, sir.
अभी now do you want to make it using negative?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So don't use negative sense when accept this situation. And don't use negative form like also when you are writing email when the other person is not knowing anything about the matter. And also don't use, it's the same thing basically. Also don't use this form when the other person not knowing anything about the matter you are talking or asking permission for. Asking permission for basically. So if you have to remember this, because otherwise you might make the same mistake again, like negative sense of asking for the permission. So asking permission is business Japanese causative the form of the verb plus kudasai or itadaku. Itadaku is more polite. Kudasai is polite, but it's in a kind of order form. So we use this. And in this sense, we can use both, but this is more polite. But we should not use showa. Showa, hayaku, showa, hayaku kaera sete itadake masen deshoga. We should not use it. This is wrong. Okay, yeah. We should not use it. Okay. One more sentence, like if I give you like okay, asking the permission and making the request somehow similar, but depending on the context, it will change. Like in this sentence, it is totally asking for the permission. Like, could you please allow me to read this book? So it is totally like just asking for the something for yourself. But there could be a sense which which might make you confused. Like this, could you please make the payment uh, by this weekend? Okay. In this sense, what do you think? It is asking a permission or it is making a request? What do you think?
Request.
Yes, it is making a request. So can we use this Sasyate Itadaku pattern here?
So मतलब positive form use करेंगे, negative use नहीं करेंगे इसमें.
Positive नहीं use करेंगे ना?
Positive use करेंगे.
No. Can we use this causative sense? The asking for this causative the form plus itadaku, because it's from
Yes,
asking
sir.
for the permission. We cannot use,
Yes, sir.
right?
So we can use, I think.
No, we cannot use. How we can use? Because that is for asking for the permission. That's for I am privileged to do this for you, or I have the privilege, or I'm glad, or basically I'm doing this with your permission. Now you have to do, you make the thing. Basically, you are making a request to the other person. Of course, this is also kind of making request, but other person don't need to do anything here. He just need to give you permission, not any action. So when you want the other person to do a action, it's like making request in business Japanese to the other person. The other person, or when you want the other person to do a action Okay, you want to do, you want the other person to do a action, action for, yeah, just an action. Okay. Making request in business Japanese. Making request in business Japanese to the other person, or when you want the other person to do an action. So could you please make the payment now? Who will make the payment?
मैं हुए नहीं तो.
Yeah, customer is going to make a payment, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, in customer bracket I can make it more clear. Customer is going to make the payment. I wrote action intentionally because you might get confused. Like here also we are asking, could you please allow me, so that like other person will do an action. Like, do you really think like in this sense the other person will be doing any kind of action? No, there is no action in involved, except like allowing you to go or not allowing you to go. So you can't say that other person is doing action in this sense. So you are making a request, but to ask for a permission. You are making a request to make the other person to do something. This is the difference. So like I can make it more clear, asking for the permission. You are asking for the you are making the request. You are making the request to ask for the permission. You are making the request to ask or to get for the permission, to ask or to get the permission, asking permission for the Japanese. So you are making a request to ask for the permission or to get the permission. But here, making request, you are making the request because you want the other person to do an action. You are making a request. You are making a request to make other person to do an action. This is a difference in both. Okay, so this difference should be clear. If this difference is clear, then only you will be able to use it correctly. So asking permission or making a request to ask permission. So here we are making a request, but asking permission. Other person will not do anything, no action involved. And make it more clear if I can make it. Other person, in most of the time, most of, because exceptions are always there. Most of the time, the other person will not be doing any action. And same in this case, most of the time the other person will be doing an action. Okay, now it is more clear. If you need to read the theory, you need to learn the theory, then only you will be able to use it. Okay, so pattern is, could you please make the payment by this weekend? So this is a request, but you want other person to do an action. So the pattern for this is yes, shitte itadaku. So you can call it normal the form of the verb and itadaku. Itadaku. And now from here you should or you have to conjugate the itadaku based upon your need. So normal the form plus itadaku. Or you can say this also, normal the form of the verb plus kudasai, but you should not use it in business Japanese. You don't use it. Okay, if we don't use it, then we should not write it. It's fine. Yeah. So normal the form of the verb plus itadaku. Pattern is normal the form of the verb plus itadaku. And you might have some patterns like itadaku for like You might have some variations for itadaku. It can be like or normal the form plus verb, make it more correct. Go plus suru, go plus suru, suru doshi plus norm. Okay. Shite is optional. Okay, go plus rudoshi plus site is optional plus itadaku. This is one pattern. And another pattern, now you can say normal form of the, because there will be a verb of which you don't have suru verb. So normal form of the verb plus itadaku. Mean what? Because in business Japanese, you whenever you have any suru verb and the senior person is the subject of the suru verb, or like the senior person doing the action with this with that suru verb, we use go plus suru verb, right? We use go. We had this lecture. So then should you remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And the because there will be two kind of verbs. Simply there are two kind of verbs. One is suru verb. In that case, use this. And non-suru verb, in that case, use this. Yeah, to make a request. Okay, in this, just ask me permission. Okay. So normal form of the verb plus itadaku. Go plus suru doshi plus shite is optional. You can omit the shite. You can just directly say go plus suru doshi plus itadaki no ateshoka. So now the variation with itadaki mas deshoka should be goes like this: itadaki mas deshoka and itadaite mo yoroshi deshoka. Like, could you please do this? Could you please do this? Is it okay? Is it okay if you could do this? You could do this. If you could please do this. If you could please do this. This will be the usage. So itadake mas deshoka. Itadake mas itadaite mo yoroshi deshoka. And the one is most polite is you can say itadake mas yo yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Like being yoroshiku, like being humble. I am making a request to you. I'm making a request to you. I'm making a request to you. Being humble, I'm making a request to you that could you please do this? Could you please do this? Basically. So itadakimasu yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. This is the very much polite. So this is in day-to-day life normal. You can use it. This is okay. This is also polite basically. But this is the most polite. So okay, itadakimasu yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Most of the time you will be having suru verbs. Or like for most of the action you will be having suru verb. If you don't have suru verb, like oshiru. Oshiru is to teach. But there is a suru verb. So you need to know verb. Because you will be thinking there is no suru verb for teach. So you might use oshite itadaite mo yoroshi deshoka. Can you please teach me? It's totally fine. It's totally fine. You can say that oshite itadaite mo yoroshi deshoka. Is it okay if you could please teach me? Or oshite itadakimasu deshoka. Could you please do this? Or you can say oshite itadakimasu yo yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Is it okay? But there is a separate verb for oshiru, to teach. There is a verb kyoji. So you need to know the verb kyoji. This kyoji, it's a suru verb, so make it go. And go kyoji itadakimasu deshouka. Will you please teach me? So go plus suru verb, go there plus suru verb there. Shite is optional. Itadaku. Itadaku. Yeah. So yes, now asking permission is done. Requesting something is done. Honorific form with causative form of the verb is done. Now, if you want to ask anything, or maybe if you think that I missed any case, any situation, then you can ask to me and I'll tell you.
So here, please make payment by this weekend will be Oshi Harai Itadake Maska or Oshi Harai Shite Itadake Maska.
Both are correct.
Both are correct.
Could you please payment? Both are correct. Now you can make it. Both are correct. Could you please make the payment by this weekend? Konshumatsu
madeni Oshi Harai.
Konshumatsu madeni Oshi Harai to make a payment. Oshi Harai to make a payment. So Oshi Harai itadakimasu deshouka is correct. It's correct. And you can say this also. Oshi Harai itadakimasu yo yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. This is also correct. And yeah. But if you want to use this itadaite yoroshi deshouka, then you need to think that can you use in this context? Like, is it okay to make payment? Like, because you should use this sense, because in business Japanese, most of the time you have to use your common sense, you're like your understanding, like, like, is it okay? Maybe you are asking to make them to payment like before timing, like 1 day, 2 days before. Then you can say, like, is it okay for you if you could do this bit early? In that case, you should use it. You have this tool, but you need to know how to or when to use this tool. So, I mean, if you have any confusion with any phrase, you can ask me, or you can give me a situation. I can tell you what to use. But here, like itadaite mo, like, is it okay? Like, you should use not use this in this way. Could you please? It should be like Oshi Harai itadakimasu deshouka or Oshi Harai itadakimasu yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. But you should not say konshumatsu madeni Oshi Harai itadaite yoroshi deshouka. So this case is like when other person is not expecting for this request. Like maybe he is expecting for the next week, and you want him to do this week. Then you can say, hi, konshumatsu made, like raishu no kawari ni konshumatsu made ni Oshi Harai itadaite yoroshi deshouka. Is it okay if you could do this week now? Or maybe like not tomorrow, but can you please come? Is it okay for you to come this evening, but not tomorrow evening? Then you can say this. Otherwise, if you want to say, please, like, could you please come for a meeting tomorrow? Then you can say, hi, itadakimasu deshouka. And the negative sense, you should refer to this. Okay. So now, so Sudhanshu, do you want to ask anything in these two things, because these are important?
No.
Okay. So did you get it? Sudhanshu, did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Sudhanshu, what do you need to do?
Yes, sir.
Because in this email you cannot do anything. It's okay, fine. Okay, I'm giving you some emails, some sample emails. In those emails you need to find, like ma'am and Sudhanshu, you need to find the use of such patterns. Asking permission and asking permission, or making request to ask permission, making a request to make other person do something. I'm giving some sample emails to try to find these uses in those emails. and so that you will be getting a more deeper understanding how or when to use it. Okay. Can you? Okay. These are the emails. Business Japanese sheet. Okay. These are the emails. These are the 2 emails you need to find the usage of above pattern. So you need to find the usage of above patterns. One is asking permission, and asking permission and making a request. Okay, in these 2 emails, you need to find the use of above pattern and you have to underline it. Okay. Is there any doubt? Hello. Okay.
No.
Sudhanshu, do you have any doubt now?
Hello.
Okay,
Yes,
try.
sir.
Okay, try to find the usage of the pattern. And in the next lecture, we'll be starting with Go Chanko Nishite Kudasai, and I'll be giving you all the possible formation of asking the request, asking the permission, and making the request. Like all the possible formation of with the itadaku, like itada, kita, ito, and all the possible formation I'll be giving you in the next session. Till then, read whatever we have studied today, practice it, and then I'll see you tomorrow in the next class. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you for the class and arigato.